Yo, what's going on, YouTube family? I got a lot of books to show. Nothing major, I think, but it's been a while since I made a video. It's been what? 2 months maybe? But anyway, these are the latest pickups that I got when I was able to go down to the comic book shop. Obviously, a lot of these books already people seen multiple times over. This is just pretty much what I'm showing. Some I got from an auction from my boy Manny NYC, but I think mostly everything that I got here is from the shop that I go to when I'm in the area. I'm gonna show you some books that I got pressed by Erod 212, and he definitely did a great job. He went above and beyond to get these books looking as great as they're looking compared to before I got them pressed. It's definitely a big improvement. But the first book I got to show you obviously is Old Man Hawkeye, issue number 3. Marco Checchetto. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, but I like his style, the way he draws. His art is wonderful. He does a lot of covers, and obviously some of his variants go for quite a bit of money, but a lot of his stuff, you know, you could probably find for cover price or slightly over cover price. So if you like great art, he's definitely one I would recommend for somebody that likes great artists. Most of these books I have not read. I just haven't had time to read them. Next book, I think this came out last week or something. Doomsday Clock, issue number 4. Simple cover. They didn't have the Rorschach cover. I like that cover better, but I picked that up just to keep it going. I haven't read the series. I've heard mixed reviews about it, so eventually, probably when I get all the books together, I'll probably just give it one big read and then give my opinion on that as soon as it's done. Next book, Batman issue 43. And this is mainly the only series that I've been reading since the beginning. And I'm probably like 4 or 5 issues behind still from the last one that I read. I just pick it up every couple of weeks when it comes out. And yeah, Batman's one of my favorite characters, obviously, besides the Turtles. I really like the cover, the blend of red and green. Poison Ivy's on there. I think she's underrated, but I think when they do use her, they just really don't know how to utilize her the way that she should be utilized. But she's definitely one of Batman's, in my opinion, top villains. And you know, Batman has lots of villains, but you know, when you think about Batman, you know, you think of the Joker, obviously. You think of the Riddler, Poison Ivy, Catwoman. Mr. Freeze is another one that I really dig. Bane is another one that I really dig. That's really on top of my list of favorite villains. The Penguin, Scarecrow. There's just so many. And sometimes the most important villains, they don't really know how to use. But then when you have like minor villains, they use them in significant stories when they shouldn't be. But anyway, that's just enough blabbering on. That's just my opinion. I know I have 2 copies of this, Avengers No Surrender. That came out a couple of weeks ago, 684. The Return of Bruce Banner as the Hulk, Mark Brooks cover. He's another artist that I really dig. he really got some great talent. So that's another one, just like Checchetto. Some of his variants go for quite a bit of money, but you could really find a lot of his work for cover price or just slightly over. Same with Alex Ross and Adam Hughes. Everybody that are real famous for cover art, you'll always come across some spendy books, but you'll come across a lot of just ordinary, very affordable covers. So I like those, and if I could come across the nice variants for a nice price, I'll you know, scoop them up. But I try not to be variant chasing too much anymore. They really hit the pockets hard. I was able to find this one, Catwoman 52, Adams Hughes cover. I know that's a real popular cover. I paid like $8 for it, I think. Kind of spendy, but where I'm at is it's hard to come across Adam Hughes. So when I do find his books, I try to pick them up as much as I can, because he's a great artist as well. And I also collect comic books solely based off covers. So that's just the type of collector that I am. But I do read them occasionally. It just has to be some that I'm into. I picked this up. Everybody obviously got this as well. The Mighty Thor 705. The Death issue, I believe. I haven't read it. Art Germ cover, I believe this is too. Another artist that's been around forever, but all of a sudden he's just really hot, on fire, which is cool, man. That's awesome. You know, being a comic book artist, writer, inker, bubbler, whatever, it's not easy. So it's cool when an artist could get recognized for their great work. A lot of time goes into it. A little spec book. They had 2 of these, but I just picked one. I left the other one there. I just, you know, I just didn't want to get both. But this is a spec book. It's been a spec book forever. But Kill the Minotaur, issue number 1. I got that for cover price, I believe, which was $3.99. I know they have a variant of this cover. I think it's a black and white one that probably goes for a little bit more money. But if you're in the specking books and stuff like that, this is definitely one I'll probably pick up if you can get it for cover, or maybe $1 over cover. But I wouldn't go, you know, too crazy trying to get this book. You know, you probably find it on eBay for $10, somewhere around there, $8. You know, if you can't find it, you might be lucky and even find it in a dollar bin. You know, I think this got picked up to be a show or a movie. I'm not quite sure. I kind of found that out watching TiVo's channel. I picked this up. I'm digging these little variants. Walking Dead issue 178. I'm missing the Rick cover. I think I got the rest of them. I got Michonne, the Governor, this one. Yeah, I'm missing Rick. And I think that's the only one I'm missing. But yeah, you know, Walking Dead is obviously a must pick up every month that it comes out. I think the show is dying down a little bit. I missed the last 2 episodes. Might pick up again, you know, towards the end of the season. I know they're starting to cross over with Fear of the Walking Dead right now, which is dope, because I think they're supposed to coincide with one another. I'm just not 100% sure on that. And of course, this book, everybody's been seeing, is probably tired of looking at it. But I got 2 of them. I'm just, you know, obviously Spider-Man 798. This is the Alex Ross cover. They got so many covers going on. I just picked it up and show that real quick. I know everybody and their mothers got them. I know some people picked up 10 copies. Stuff like that. Is that book gonna hold? Who knows? Batman issue 44. This is the Batman cover. I missed out on the Catwoman cover. I'm looking for that one, and the foil cover. I think that's a convention cover. I want that. So I'm looking out for that. So if anybody got one for sale, for trade, hit me up. And yeah, you know, so we all know what's going on with that. I personally don't know what's going on with that because, like I said, I'm a couple issues behind. I do want to see where it's going. Last issue I read, I think, when they first got engaged, Batman and Catwoman went down to, I forget the name of the place, he wanted to go tell Talia al Ghul about their whole arrangement, getting engaged and married, and all of a sudden, next you know, Catwoman and Batman getting their ass whooped. That was the last issue, so I forget what issue number that is. I also picked up Spawn 284. Matina, another great artist. He's all over the place making art, crazy variants. He's a very talented artist, and this is one of my favorite covers from this guy, from all the covers that he's been doing. He's been definitely putting in work. I know they have a Virgin cover of this that I want to get, but I found this one. This one ain't going for really anything, but it's just a great cover. Another book I got a while ago, Spider-Man 794, and I think third printing. I got that. I like the cover. These next books I got from my boy Manny NYC from the Warriors auction, I think 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. And he hooked me up with these books. So I got Detective Comics 831. That's such a badass cover. I didn't have this one. I wanted that. So thank you on that one. Such a badass cover. I don't know who does this cover, but whoever did it, it was dope. I also finally got all of these now. Hold on, let me get these in order. I think, yeah, these are in order, right? Let me see, double check. Bam. Bam. So I know I have part 1 somewhere, but this finally just completes my little 4-part run. Detective Comics, Batman, Year 2, Part 2, McFarlane cover, classic. These are must-haves if you're a McFarlane fan and if you're a Batman fan. If you collect Batman, you must have these books in your collection. Just classic stuff, man. Just classic stuff. One of my favorite covers, too, is Part 3. Issue 577. It's just dope. You could just look at that cover and be like, damn, man. You know, he's holding the pistol. Obviously, Batman is rare that you see him having a gun or whatever, but this is obviously something just totally different. And to me, it was definitely new and fresh when it first came out. And another one with him holding a gun, 578 Part 4. Just classic covers, and I'm just really happy to finally have these in my collection, because obviously where I'm at, these are hard to find, and if you do find them, they do tend to, you know, charge a pretty penny for those. And, you know, granted, whatever, but sometimes being patient in the comic book game pays off. When I used to start, when I was in my beginning stages of collecting, I was just trying to get all the books that I wanted, and sometimes I was paying outlandish prices when I know if I could have just been patient, I could have got a good price for it. And you know, that's just part of the game. You live, you learn. And another book that he hooked me up with, Detective Comics issue number 27, Frank Miller cover, variant, special mega size anniversary issue, $8 cover price. Man, that's kind of spendy, but it's definitely one of those thick books. Let's see. I'm pretty sure everybody knows. You know, it's kind of like a graphic novel type of thing. Happy to have that one. He also hooked me up with New 52 Future End, which is another dope cover. Hell yeah. Batman Beyond, dude. Is it Batman Beyond? Such a dope character as well. I'm trying to get his first appearance too. That one tends to be a little spendy. He also hooked me up with Detective Comics issue 502. Another dope book. And all these books are in great condition, by the way. And then he also hooked me up with Detective Comics 518. Deadshot on there. Deadshot's one of my favorite villains too. I definitely need an upgrade of his first modern appearance, because the Golden Age is probably just way out of my price range. That goes for a few grand if you just to find it. And he also hooked me up. This was extra, but this is dope. It's on a polybag, but a sketch of Ghost Rider. And what's his name? Because I didn't know who it was. Mark Tex or something. Autographed by a dude. He hooked me up with that. He gave that to me. He didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. And it's, man, just to do it on polybag, it's so dope. For just a quick, you know, little sketch, there's quite some detail in there, man. Imagine if he put some more time into that, man, how crazy that would look. But that just looks badass just as it is right there. And it's very dope. And a nice book. I don't know too much about it, but you know, Manny NYC hit me up and asked if I was interested in it, and I actually didn't have this book in my collection, so I said, hell yeah, I'll definitely take it. And it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my first graphic novel. And Eastman cover, obviously. And obviously it's a graphic novel. I haven't opened it up yet, but I did not have it in my collection. You know, it's a probably fine plus condition. And oop, I dropped that one. And I think it's pretty dope. I'm gonna open it up for the first time and see. So that's the back, and it had what is it, $9.95 price tag on that. It's actually in color, so that's pretty dope. I'm definitely gonna give that a quick read. And I'm a big Turtles fan. That's pretty dope, man. Hell yeah. So good looking, Manny. I appreciate that. And all the books that you hooked me up with, man. That's very much appreciated. And then these last little 4 books. I know this video is kind of long, but I haven't made a video in a minute. So all these books was pressed by Erod 212. Amazing Adult Fantasy issue 7. For as old as it is, I think it's in fairly good condition. I think it's, you know, VG plus maybe. You know, Stan Lee, Steve Ditko cover. So that was dope. I got that for a real good price actually when I came across it. He also pressed Daredevil 131, the first appearance of Bullseye. He did a real good job on that. He also pressed out one of my favorite covers. I would like a 9.8 of this book at some point. Issue 386, the first appearance of Black Mask. I know TiVo has a 9.6 that I might be interested in if he ever gets rid of it. I know he offered it to me at one point in time. I just didn't take him up on that offer at that time. And then one of my favorite books, Amazing Spider-Man 31. Everybody knows that book. Classic cover. First Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn, I believe. And a book that I'm gonna go get sent to get graded. It's not a 9.8, but it has to be in the 9s at least. I'm gonna say 9.2. New Teen Titans issue number 2, first Deathstroke. Very, very, very dope villain. I was looking for this book for such a long time. I paid, I think, $90 for it, and then plus whatever to get pressed and clean. So I definitely want to grade it. I'm not going to get rid of it. It's just one of those books that's just going to stay in my collection forever. And yeah, that book became hot. I remember before they even mentioned anything about Deathstroke, you could have got that book high grade for like $70. Now, yeah, we talking a couple hundred, and if you get a 9.8, we talking about $700-800. I think I could be wrong on that, but it's definitely up there. But those are all the books that I wanted to show, that I had to show. I'm gonna make another video on a lot of the wrestling pops that I ended up picking up over the past couple of months. I'm trying to knock out that collection, and they got a few new Funko Pops coming, WWE Pops coming in, you know, pre-orders and all that from WrestleMania. They got the Jake the Snake Roberts, then the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12 I'm waiting on. And there's just a couple of other ones that I'm trying to get right now that I'm waiting on, that I want to show. Also, I was thinking about showing, you know, some of my sneaker collection, but it doesn't really go in with the comics. But if anybody's interested in seeing my Jordan collection, or you know what I have or whatever, just leave a little comment in the comic section, and I'll try to get to that. But you know, I don't want to make a different channel just specifically for different things. I just want to do it all on one channel. If people are interested in watching it, cool. If not, that's cool too. But anyway, this is Bruce, and this is Cowabunga Comics and Collectibles, man. I hope you guys find all the books that's on your list for this year. I hope all you guys get all these books that you want. I know a lot of hot variants are coming out. I know a lot of hot books are coming out soon. So I hope everybody's able to pick it up. And if not, this is a good community, man. Everybody is more than willing to help each other out, man. So have a blessed day, and I'm out of here.